Not dying.
Let me do the recap since we're starting, since we're playing. Welcome everyone. I need to set up my preview of Zeb stream if anything goes funny.
Is Jules only very quiet for me?
Or should I boost myself even more?
Oh, you're
Oh,
fine
yeah.
for
still
me.
boost Jules.
Remember, he has a new mic, Mr. Tami.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he had it the last time as well.
I can boost myself. That's fine. I've been twiddling with it.
That's probably better in my opinion.
You don't want me to go full boost, boys.
Oh.
No.
Plus,
But is it audible? Is it
yes,
good?
now it is. I hear no clipping.
No clipping. Yeah, tell me if anything goes oomphy.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think it's day 25. So we keep forgetting.
Right, the last one was day 24.
No, you doubled. You did day 25
Oh,
2 times.
so it's 26 now, right?
Yeah, I think it should be 26. Game ruined. Thanks, Seb.
Or we even started.
Already ruined. Already in shambles. Well, anyway, we won't be having Mac today. Hopefully, fine. Everything's okay.
Sad egg.
Hopes for that. Fingers crossed. And I finished preloading my sound, my favorite intro. So, previously on the Oathkeepers, Storm King Thunder, the party has fought its way through all the minions and foes that the Black Earth cult has brought inside the Summit Hall using an underground passage. They fought well, bravely, saving many, but alas, not everyone. As it turns out, the majority of the leadership of the Order of the Sun has been turned to stone or vanquished. The legendary Iron Fang weapon belonging to the Chapter Master has been purloined by a villain named Marlos, a hooded man, gloating himself while sitting on a throne and addressing the party. Reluctantly, party let him escape, and also faced against Mirage, an Earth Genasi, a sorcerer of kind, who did a dubious information exchange with both Kalandin and Jeff before he had left deeper into the tombs, collapsing at least that's what he said, collapsing the tunnels behind him, and thus ending the excursion of Black Earth cult inside the Summit Hall. A grievous wound has been dealt. Leadership, like mentioned, rendered ineffective. The vaults and treasuries looted by cultists, and many of the order members vanquished, wounded. But yet, the heroes, the Oathkeepers, have managed not only to vanquish hill giants the same night, but also save Summit Hall from a certain doom. And thus, we shall be returning. The party
To
ended.
combat.
The party has ended previously inside the
Walls.
inside the walls, inside the what would you call it, a tomb, with two mummified heroes or priests or acolytes of Order of the Sun, beckoning and heeding the call of Kaltaro, seeing that there are no more foes. Those two mummified beings return to their slumber inside their sarcophagi, leaving the party unmolested and safe. And at this moment, the tiredness, the exhaustion, the whole dust that was left over a whole night of fighting settles. muscles ache, brows washed in sweat, armor and weapons chipped and scratched. You all manage to be alive as early morning hours have begun. Sun barely eking through a far east coast, a horizon rather, graying the sun, heralding a imminent approach. As I would understand, you would be leaving the tombs and heading where exactly?
Didn't Cottonmouth want to get the scales from the
More.
basilisk?
I wanted them as well for an armor for myself.
You mean bullet?
Huh?
Hmm?
You mean
Yeah,
the
the
bullet,
bullet,
the
yes.
armored
Yes.
Yes,
beast.
the bullet.
Yes.
Uh,
I don't know if he actually skinned the basilisk. I don't think he did. I think
It's
we
still
kept it there. Yeah.
He managed to gather some bile from the.
Yes, but we also told the guy with the shovel to keep it, like, you know.
Sure. You
Yeah.
do have a corpse of a basilisk, and you do have a corpse of a bullet.
Then I
Those
definitely
have,
want to skin the bullet.
Yes.
Yes,
um,
Cottonmouth would like to do that.
Yeah, we
just
probably
wants-
would like to.
Yeah, he just wants the trophy.
Yes.
That
Mhm.
too. He would like a
Yeah.
trophy. He collected a bunch of trophies, and
And he wanted the scales for the armor, I think. For both, I think. Jeff
yeah.
and yeah.
Yeah, because I think we could definitely do one armor and something else, maybe, or I don't know if it was there something about a weapon or was it just armor that we were making?
there's already something made out of the direwolf skin. At least paused for now due to obvious reasons. But yeah, collecting more resources and spending those resources, be it in herbalism, armor making, weapon making, is a good option. Especially since, well, I have to say it as a GM, the Order of the Sun is no longer capable of, giving you free healing, resurrections, all that spells.
Mm-hmm.
You're pretty much
On our own.
on your own.
Well,
until-
and we're gonna leave the summit hall on their own too soon.
Something. But first things first, since we started with the carving, at this moment I would ask Cottonmouth to roll, but I'll roll for him.
GM infused roll.
GM fuse
One.
Before strength check.
Rolls one, knife breaks, game over.
Yes.
He has a help, right? So I'll give him advantage on the roll. Alright, easily.
Wisdom.
It's a survival check.
survival.
Survival
Wait,
check.
why couldn't I see it? Do I have to reload the page?
I could definitely see it, so
I'll reload. I just reload.
Okay. So as you walk, or rather collect all the bodies, everyone alive, to the courtyard, the grand vestibule, where the guy you've asked to, Brux, I think it was, whom guarded both the dog Mao and the corpses. Seb's not reloading. Seb's bugged.
Worry.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
In your tiredness, Jeff, along with Cottonmouth,
Yes.
you carry the heavy corpse of a bullet and you carve it out. You do get, I'll list it out, a bullet hide. You get bullet claws ×4, and you do get a bullet hide, bullet claws, and bullet teeth. Pouch of them. Being that the bullet is a monstrosity, those are a better material than a mere tiefling claw of a boar or a wolf.
So what could we use a claw for?
Weapons for the hands, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Claws
Like
Or
fist
could-
weapons.
Claws could be turned into, well,
You could
you could turn them into weapons. Claws
Yeah,
could
tie
be
them at-
turned.
the end of a rope.
oh yeah, make a grappling hook.
Claws- Make a grappling hook. Yes, you could make, or rather, use their. They're capable of piercing rock and metal alike. So you could make something called.
Like a pickaxe.
You could make a pickaxe that would be very good at breaking down stone walls. You could
Right.
turn into a war pick, anything that is like claw-ish. That's a so-called stone cleaver weapon, which is a variant for most likely applied to all weapons possible. But such weapon would deal double damage against non-magical objects made of stone or metal. So it could be made into a very good pickaxe, as Lex said, very efficient pickaxe. Especially since, well, perhaps going forward, you would be heading towards the source of Black Earth's cult, and having an ability to break walls might be very beneficent.
I think that's a good idea.
But like everything, it takes a bit of time. It's not like plopping down workstation in Minecraft and just putting it together.
Well, no, it's just putting a bit of tape around it. We all know.
The teeth could be made into daggers, spears, or enhanced arrows.
So, in terms of using the hide to make
Yes.
armor, would we need some a skilled armor maker or somebody to actually make that for us?
You are aware that the quartermaster is safe.
Who would be able to make it for us? Obviously,
Yes.
probably for a pay.
Well, he since he's still alive, he can work for you on various things. He'll have a lot of work to do now, but well, Kaltaro knows him well. His disposition and him being quite antisocial, but a good craftsman.
I think we should see what we can get done here. Get any crafting we can get done here. Any work, and maybe help with anybody who's injured or anybody who needs help, or maybe just clearing out the area or whatever in the meantime. What you think?
Sounds like a plan.
Yes.
And then afterwards, I think we should start heading north.
Yes.
And we should probably start heading towards that. I'm starting to think that a good idea would be going towards that village north of the high forests with the hogmen.
Yeah.
Or we can start first looking at Black Earth Gold before we do that. That's probably a better idea since they're here.
Gold? Huh?
The ones that let you just attack this place.
Yeah, but
Yes.
wouldn't that be maybe a bad idea to go straight after them again?
Well, the
No.
thing is, we know where they are.
Mirage told you to come prepared.
True.
And, well, given that they have practically looted the summit hall, logic would dictate. I will take their time now. They'll spend the resources to whatever goals they have. So this I would say is a ticking issue.
So we should probably get it done pretty quickly.
The question is, are we even prepared? I don't think so.
Well, this is why we need to start creating equipment. We need to stock up. The problem we had fighting him, we were just not in a position with fighting for a full day at that point. We just were not. We were just spent to the point where we weren't ready to fight
we
anymore.
need potions.
We
for
need potions,
example.
which, or even just well, I can't do much in terms of berries overnight now, but I'd say we should spend about a day here, and then
You could
Wait,
take
did that-
longer. Also
Yeah.
fine.
then I'd say we should spend a few days here, get ourselves set up, maybe see if there's any materials so I could craft some potions. Maybe do a little bit of work. Maybe gather some materials around the place. I don't know. Even if we wanted to go to the tree and get some of the berries from the grand tree area we were at before.
We can't rely on that.
No, but we can consider it.
You did also get. You did also get like I've listed right now a pouch of basilisk tooth, but 2 pair of basilisk isles and 2 vials of basilisk bile. Out of the Cottonwolf carved it out. I think Cottonwolf is in possession of those 2 bile vials.
Can I get so? What are we doing at this moment? Like,
I guess we're in the
Well-
courtyard.
You're practically in the middle of the courtyard, so in the center of the summit hall. You see numerous survivors of the whole ordeal. You do know that the only member of leadership, one of the last captains, Rihanna of House Ares, is busy inside in their circle, looking for the chaplain. And unfortunately, Dimble left behind to check the chaplain's quarters. He would confirm that the chaplain is no more. So
Great.
all in all, I would say everyone's regrouping at the courtyard. Just few knights that are left. A few squires, just there have been certainly people that were locked in, that's barricaded themselves in. But best to say that the Order of the Sun is more than decimated. So are many of the dwarven, not emissaries, pilgrims that were inside the walls, and the few bunch of the refugees that you brought in the summit hall. You do see that the Kelbrins that you saved from the ranch, they are okay. Altaro, you would be relieved that your friend Sir Ernst Stoutblade has survived.
Oh god, not again.
Yeah, no, this time we wouldn't be able to bring him back. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. You do have one of the Order of the Gauntlet, an allied order. Sir Deadbolt the Righteous, he's still petrified. Tegan the Blue you saw destroyed. Lady Ocean Stormborn also petrified. Who else? Yeah, Dimble
Only those two.
Mumpina has a. By the way, if you look at Mumpina, he has an eye patch now.
Oh yay!
God.
Great.
Oh,
I even looked if it was left eye, right eye. It was left eye.
Yes, and Jeff now is permanently in pain.
Yeah, the scar burning on your backside. But yes, essentially everyone that you can talk to is here, minus the captain Rihanna of House Ares. She might be in their Silco mode, or rather, I don't know. She would be rallying. She would be rallying also. Everyone's here in the courtyard. You are informed
Swiggity
that the gates have been shut again. And there is also a question: what's going on outside?
Outside should be okay, but I would assume soon there will also be I guess people trying to loot the place.
Oh yeah, the outside's gonna be a fun place now.
Yes.
So
Why don't we loot it first?
Oh god. Well, we kinda also have to rest.
Yeah. Most of us are completely destroyed in terms of just being exhausted at this point.
That too.
I also need like arrows and supplies.
You're quite empty, but well, as what's your turn, the gates are closed. The underground. There was a after you left the tomb, there was like a louder quake and closing down the tunnels below. The geomancer, the mud sorcerer, kind of said that they have a worm, tunneling worm at their disposal. So
Mm.
never safe, I guess. But first things first.
Sleep on the roof, lol.
Obviously, yeah, there are places to stay amidst many corpses and those who need tending.
Should we regroup with the like? What should we do now? Is the question kind of? Should we just go to sleep or should we talk with the what's her name, the leader, try and find her?
Maybe the depending on the ranking stuff, Mr. DM.
Yes,
How high is Ernest ranked?
Ernest
Like
is
one of the highest now?
Ernest is not of the Order of the Sun. He's
Oh yeah, the
Order
other.
of the Gauntlet,
Yeah, okay.
the Allied one,
Yes,
who's
yes.
emissary, I would say, is standing as a statue right now next to a destroyed fountain in the middle of the courtyard.
Do we know maybe who the other that were just guards, right? The other piles of stone that were next to the guy? I assume.
Yeah, those are the
Just
mix
normal
of
foot
squires,
soldiers.
yes, foot soldiers.
Cannon fodder.
Maybe he can help Rian, like help the people out a bit. I mean, he shouldn't be sick anymore, right?
He's still suffering from illness.
Okay, but not
from
as
the
bad
resurrection.
as earlier, I think.
Well, it was 1 day only.
Oh yeah.
uh,
I think our priority should also be just to rest.
Yeah.
I would assume that the quarters are not fully destroyed where mine would be and stuff like
no,
that.
there is a place to stay. Just
Okay.
everything's like the masonry is shattered in some places. Some of the walls are somewhat collapsed. It's not like imminent collapse of the whole structure, but the damage is visible.
Yes. Any fires? Question?
No,
Okay.
that's the thing. They
Because that
did
would
not
be
use
bad.
fire. Many refugees are lamenting that some of their family members were taken away by the Dwelgar.
Is there anybody who would be a potential messenger?
Well, Chris.
Well, Chris is likely your telephone.
Oh, yeah. Probably best, because I'm thinking it's probably best to inform the abbot of the cult and of what's going on around here, just in case if it gets down to Golden Fields.
Yeah, but you can't really do that at 4 a.m. in the morning, I think.
True.
Because it would just be on hold.
Yeah, true. That's why I was thinking about a messenger. If it was a messenger, then I would just send him. But yeah, we can just get Chris in the morning.
The last message you sent when you got back to Summit Hall and you informed about dealing with the High Forest, but you haven't informed him yet about the giants.
Yeah, which I think is the. I think there's plenty to be sending over there. Just a question for the messages from Chris. Are they like a spell slot spell, or is it concentration, or is it a ritual spell?
It's a spell slot. He still has one right now.
Yeah, I don't think we need it immediately. Like, because I think it would be realistically there would be a couple messages nearly that would need to be sent as an update as to what's going on.
Yeah, and I think we have a whole day of activities, and then we rest again, so it wouldn't be even wasted to
Yeah.
use the spell slots, I think.
Yeah, and I think from next, because I literally have no spell slots left. I think from the next day on, I'll start doing what we kind of discussed, and basically, if I have any spell slots left, I'll be making berries before bed. So, and plus, I don't have them ready today.
All right. Well, with that, I'm gonna bring up the long rest activities for you guys. This will be going towards a long rest. I think before Jeff picks anything.
I have to rest just to get rid of the.
Yeah, but I think you might be because I rolled your death save in Okay. You would need to do recuperation as you have one failed death save.
Oof.
I guess I'm not learning then.
Galandon wasn't
Yeah,
downed.
No.
I was the only one that was downed. So
Yeah,
I
but
have to.
Jeff is the only one that can teach me.
Yeah.
True.
Well, I have to recuperate, and then do I still
it's fine.
gain? Do I still lose one exhaustion level?
Yes. With each
Okay.
long rest, you always get one exhaustion less. But you would have to do relaxed to get 2 points of exhaustion down.
Yeah. So
Yeah. I'm gonna do relax.
Relax. Don't do it. Let's see. See if this works.
Next step, huh? Check out the custom rules. Do I just go next step?
next
Yeah, you
step.
go next step, and then has you have to tick has access to external food source, has access to external water source, and make sure you have eat until sated and drink until sated. Well, that's a 1+ of diminishing population and amount of refugees. The stockpile, the food's gonna, the food and water is gonna last for way longer, and it's no
Yeah.
longer an issue.
Finish long rest.
Woo! Yeah,
Woo!
baby!
Yeah, baby. Good.
I need to clear. Okay, you cleared exhaustion level.
Yes.
Yeah, it
You
seems to
still
have
have
worked
one.
fine.
Yeah, it worked correctly. I also need long rest on Chris. He's
I
not
still-
a player.
I still love my -1 initiative. It's great, especially when I
Embo.
roll a 1.
Embo needs to recover. So we need to long rests.
I think he also has exhaustion, so relax thingy.
Pogs. Yeah.
I think almost everyone has to relax.
Everyone needs to chill.
I don't
remove-
think I have to. Yeah, I don't have to.
Yay.
Effects,
I ain't exhausted.
exhaustion. Okay, I would need to push time 8 hours.
Um,
Okay.
I'm gonna plan ahead.
Plan ahead.
And share a tale.
Don't you want to do some potions, maybe?
Can I?
Well, you have like you've been collecting some stuff. And well, would you know it? This place also has a garden. Herbs. You do
Okay.
have the basilisk bile at your disposal.
Yes.
I don't know what other stuff you've been collecting at this time.
I only have gems
Gems.
like blue quartz, hematite, malachite.
Yeah, that can
diorite.
be traded. That can be traded.
I can look what I have in my inventory. So if you need flasks, I have 2 of them for potions. I also have a water skin, but that's for water.
Kaltaro, you notice this place. Well, you never asked, but since I already bringing up the uh, case of herbs,
Yes.
the Summit Hall has its gardens, and it also has herbs.
Are they
healing
still
herbs.
okay?
Well, they haven't been ruined.
They are just herbs.
Yeah, but they
Uh,
can also be ruined. But yeah, I guess. Well, is Galandon and Jeff allowed to go there? Or I have to go with them?
well,
I can sneak in.
Well, that would be bad.
Oh god.
Hey,
Why?
we
They
saved you
never
guys.
find
Also,
out.
we are stealing.
uh,
I
I mean,
am
you
not above stealing.
since well, you've proven yourself, both well, you Kaltara and your companions. So I would say there is no need to like. I would say Rihanna would be alright with that, since well, under the assumption that they collect enough herbs for also for all the sick and injured, right? And Jeff is well capable of that,
Yeah,
of
I'll
collecting
collect it.
herbs, while Galandin is good at producing them.
Hmm.
Well, I'm good at producing the potion.
Potion
Collecting
seller.
is to begin.
Give me your strongest potions.
Too bad we can ask Potmove about.
About the
What he
potion, I
smashed?
guess. The fingernail.
Yeah, I wanted to ask Mac if we could use the bile.
What
Bile has good properties.
what is the bile
Useful for do we know?
Well, basilisk bile is often used by alchemists for petrification.
right?
Mm,
Oh, I see how we could use
yes.
that. Okay, and I see the exact two people who we could use it on.
Well, I guess we could use them. It's not like we're gonna find anyone who's quickly gonna travel here.
You do have few options to get someone with enough of celestial power to restore anyone from stone to flesh. One of them will be the Archdruid, whom you have on good terms. The other way would be to reach any big city in vicinity, and the largest one would be obviously Yartar up the river, up north. You could try to concoct something out of those potions.
Which potions do we have?
You could use I mean, if allowed, you could use the basilisk bile to craft potions to restore anyone from stone to flesh.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Well,
the other
yeah.
way around. Depends what you do with it.
I think curing is a better idea than
Yeah. Considering we have somebody who we definitely want to cure inside of
Yes.
that inside of there. And there was at least one more person out in the yard that was turned to stone. Or two even.
Well, there's actually two. The guy in the yard and the guy, well, the girl or the woman, the leader.
Which I'm pretty sure that's who we should be
Yes.
curing.
Yes.
Can we make that potion, or do we have to go somewhere? Sorry.
Ganon would be capable of doing that. However,
Wait.
it is a high DC, and you have 2 biles.
Shit,
Oh,
so
God.
high risk of destroying it.
I would say DC is like 20.
Okay.
And
Well-
what do I need to roll for it?
You would be rolling your. You are proficient in alchemist supplies. This is worth 100 grams. Nice. You are proficient in alchemist supplies, so you add. You roll intelligence plus your proficiency, like this D6.
Hmm.
I
So
could try.
I think a try is not good enough.
well, the thing is, if we destroy one, then whatever we do, the other one, we would have to find somebody who definitely could do this.
Yeah, but also destroying 2 might also be bad.
Also, you don't have many Basilisk up hands, so those are the only 2 samples you've got.
Yeah,
And
like just
who else? So
the druid, I guess.
Luckily, none of you got like turned to stone by the Basilisk or any other creature.
Oh,
I assume that me helping wouldn't drop the DC by any like in any way.
Tommy's warming up those dices.
oh no.
You would need to be well, if you have a herbalism kit. No,
I'm-
so that's
no, I only
that's more than just
alchemist.
simple remedy. That's alchemy. Someone with
Yeah.
proficient alchemy would need to also
Well,
be able to assist.
yeah, Arcana, Medicine, Nature.
Nah, you
Well,
would need to.
medicine could be working.
Nah, medicine not.
No?
It's
I
it's
guess-
purely like you're doing some.
I think we have to go
We
to-
we
Some
doing
messed up shit.
basically. It's this.
Yeah, we're cooking.
Math.
Let him cook.
Yep.
It's like
Jesse?
it's Galen's moment to shine. Oh, by the way, +3 momentum.
Yay. Toot, toot, toot.
Du-du-du-du-du.
Chris can help you. He got some long forgotten inspiration.
Wait, and we could try and use momentum that we just
Yeah,
got.
you could add +3. Yeah.
I'd say
Okay.
go for it.
So
Okay,
what
so-
do I need to do?
You
Alchemist
go.
supplies, right?
I'm gonna check. Oh, okay. So yeah, you use alchemist supplies and then ask you for a roll, and you do the advantage.
Situational bonuses.
Actually, give me a sec. I'll see if it rolls correctly. It's a big roll. Yeah, you add 1d6 because you're proficient in it.
And nothing else, right?
1d6 and you roll with advantage.
And is there like a static bonus?
I mean,
Well, I saw those dices, but you rolled so privately I don't even see it.
oh
Ah.
fuck!
But
I'm
I saw the
sorry.
19.
Yeah, it's a 26 altogether.
All right, so that will be one dose. You can attempt the second one.
The
Well-
This
same
will
way?
this will take you like, I'm just saying, this will take like majority of the day.
Yep. Do we need to?
I think the only person that actually matters is the lady. I don't.
yeah, the
I know
lady,
we have
yeah.
a knight. I know there's a knight, but I think
He can wait.
yeah, they can deal with him. But I think the most important person is the one that's kind
Well,
of going to lead the place.
You would, Gandon. There is a sort of relation with you and the knight from the Order of the Gauntlet, Sir Tetbald.
God damn.
You've been few times you've been here. You've chosen to practice your bow, and you've been practicing along with his son, Capon.
Oh,
So, well, he doesn't know you're an alchemist. You wouldn't be like, oh, I'm going to heal everyone. But you do know the person linked to the knight frozen statue. You won't be able to get his horse.
he now has
can-
an orphan. That much I know.
Depends.
Well, depends on the mother as well, yes.
Also, well, the sooner you use the bile, the better, I think. It has a expiry date.
So maybe you know what? It's not going to hurt trying it.
We haven't used the inspiration yet, right? So we
You
can.
Chris used the inspiration.
Oh, okay.
But you haven't used the momentum yet.
Yeah.
Well then,
Use
I
the
will use
momentum
one.
for the second dose. Yeah.
Do I need
Okay.
to like?
So now you just add plus 1d6 and add +3.
And make it non-private.
Yeah.
So 1d6 plus 3
Yes.
and advantage
No advantage.
or normal? Oh, it just went
Nice.
over 20. Oh,
Nice.
Yeah, the +3 made it.
Still good.
Yep.
What?
Yeah, you roll over 20. Okay, so
based.
you could cover that in that 8 hours of long rest activities, though, if you like, or you can push into the day. But I don't know if you guys want to do the moment you finish the long rest.
Wait, I also need to do my spells up a little bit, so I actually have my blueberries or blueberries, my berries.
Okay. Before we decide when Galadin was doing the potions, whether it was during the long rest or
Mhm.
after long rest, we should do level ups.
Yes. And okay, let's do it. Level 6 to level 7. Oh yeah, we were level 6. Jesus.
When it asks you when you should include a subclass in the level up,
Mhm.
just say no. I think because you already have subclasses. At this level, shouldn't be giving you anything subclass related.
All right, let's go with the roll.
Just
Yeet.
rolling the HP.
I just went with
Average.
the
F4.
average.
Oh, 4
Oh, I
plus.
didn't get. Oh wait, I need to open my thing. Right.
Yeah.
Do you want to populate your spellbook for this class for class level 7? Yes.
Yes. Brand new spells.
4 level spells with no spell slots.
That's
Oh
weird.
no, it's
still working.
oh, it's still adding. Yeah. Oh, it's chugging. Oh, it's chugging.
I have a stupid question.
Yes.
How do I level up again?
Top right. There is an up arrow by your level
Next
counter.
level 6.
Oh, there. Okay.
Oh boys, some of this looks pretty fucking good.
We are getting into epic levels now.
Yeah, boy.
I have a
Yeah.
sharper rapier.
I have 3 level 3 spell slots. Yay!
Ooh.
Nice.
And I think I get 1 more spell slot.
Understand Gandalf was also getting his arrows back. This is plenty. Restore your arrows to fill your 2 quivers
Hell
to
yeah.
40. I'll restore Pog arrow count.
Oh boy, dominate beast. Mm-mm-mm.
To be
That sounds
dominating.
good.
Well, plenty of your weapons are destroyed. So if you're
Yeah.
intending to leave today, you'll be living with equipment mismanaged, but the workshop is operational, so you can leave stuff to repair and maintain.
I can conjure minor Lindas. Yay!
Conjure minor. Oh no, more summon spells.
It's not like as if I'm gonna use it. Giant insect.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Tommy, about Calendar. Would you be doing the potions during the long rest activity, or would you be doing that towards the day?
If I do it during the long rest, do I get exhausted?
No. You just do it as an activity to craft.
Well, then craft, yeah.
Okay,
long rest.
so you craft, so you'd be able to craft 2 potions. Let me
I
add.
wanted to learn anyways, but I can't do that.
I'll add consumables. I'll call it potion. Yes.
Petrified is a different state, right? It's not paralyzed. Petrified
not
is just
paralyzed.
okay. So I
know
would
you're
need
looking at
the
lesser.
yeah, I
it's
would
not
need the
lesser
full
research.
one.
You need a high level cleric or a druid, I think, also has it. To do that.
Oh my god. There's a really good one, but oh no. The material cost is so expensive. Stone skin is amazing, but it's expensive. I'm just looking at the spell, sorry.
Okay.
So I can just FYI, I can make somebody have resistance to non-magical bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing damage for 1 hour. However, I need 100 gold pieces worth of diamond dust.
Oh,
Yeah. So it's amazing, but costly.
but at what cost?
Yes.
Okay. And then at the end of the day, you would be able. Well, no. At around 12, emerging from a makeshift alchemy lab,
Hmm.
mad alchemist Gandon, with
Fucked up hair and everything.
with 2 pints of bile taken from Cottonwolf. Yeah, fucked up hair.
I just emerge with 2 vials filled with like greenish color.
All right.
I give a crazed look. Boys, I did it.
Oh no.
They're done.
Okay, you have two stone-free potion in your inventory. Do with them as you'd like.
Well, we shall resurrect those 2 persons.
Or do you want to
item.
do that?
Yes.
No,
Okay.
we want to drink it ourselves and petrify ourselves.
Oh my god. One of these spells is amazing.
Oh.
8d8 damage.
8d8 damage.
Yes. Or half as much if they fail a save. Or if they save successfully, sorry.
In the meantime, you're approached by one of the assistants to Lurtrum Scandalor, the quartermaster, who gives Cottonwolf the finished thing. And the thing would be a pelt that, well, not being an armor, is fashioned with obviously the ashen direwolf skin. Has some bits of bones and some chains that lets you adjust it. It's basically a cloak, and with like woven hands on the pauldrons themselves. Technically, such item would make any, well, similar or weaker beasts afraid of the person that is wearing such belt.
Oh, nice. Because it's
Meaning-
intimidating, I guess, because of the
Yes.
dire wolf pelt.
Any beasts that are equal or lower than 2 level CR, which is like level of the monster, if they are 15 feet around the wielder or the wearer of the such belt, has to roll wisdom saving throw or become frightened.
If they're level 5, they will be spooked.
CR2 is like majority of beasts, basically.
Ah, okay.
Broad majority, but not like the huge beasts. You also ask Kaltaro if, since Quartermaster is quite busy, he has stonemasons working left and right, he has blacksmiths working all the time.
Yes.
He asks whether you would like to have your companions give armor and weapons for a checkup, and he would be able to finish that by next day.
Yeah, that would be good. I mean, we're
Okay.
staying anyway for a bit, so
All right.
be good.
You decide when you give up the weapons and armor. This
I would
is a
say
certain
right
amount.
now, I guess.
Okay.
Also, a lore question.
Yes.
Would it do anything if I would do a prayer? Oh wait, if I would do a long rest now or later, would it do anything for the summit hall if I would do a prayer? Probably not, right? Because it's, well, the DC obviously, but blessing the stonemasons so they don't get like injured or whatever. I
Here's the
get.
thing. This is midsummer.
Yeah, that's
One
what I
of
mean.
the most important celebration days, holidays for both followers of Lathander and Almnator, which is god of the sun.
Yes.
The official ceremonies, due to obvious reasons, were cancelled, as well as the chaplain was not able to conduct any prayers. Even the Rihanna of House Aris was only able to give a short prayer, given all the tasks that have befallen to her. But you could, since you passed through the icon of peace. My question is, what do you intend to do? This is not the part of long rest activities, since you guys
Okay.
are. This is like you're doing it during the day.
But yeah, the courtyard with the statue, I guess, and the book. I
Yes.
think that would be a good place to do something like that.
All right.
Like gathering the people. Even if it's not really a day to celebrate in that time. Maybe just even if it's just an hour or two, just getting together for a moment and then
Okay.
getting
You-
strength basically from the holiday or the gods.
After the long rest, it becomes beknown to you that you're currently the second highest ranking knight in the summit hall.
Oh god.
All that's remaining left are squires, acolytes, any tradesmen and workers in the summit hall. There are some barks and insults coming from the quartermaster, who is begrudgingly agreeing to let the tradesmen and his assistants gather for such ceremony. Even though the walls are still cracked, blood is still being swept up, bodies piled on, the green fields before the icon of peace becoming impromptu graveyards.
The double music. I noticed how you cut it off.
Yes.
It's played on its own.
The guy starts playing on his guitar and he just gets the bam.
Slap.
You collect
Get the fuck out of here.
whomever's left from the Order of the Sun in front of the icon of peace, which is now, even though slightly chiseled by Gargoyle's presence, brilliant in the light. Although it is not dawn, the most powerful time of the day for anyone that is a follower of Lathander, such brilliance throughout the day is a symbol of Almnator, the god of peace, the god of fairness, the god of justice. You standing a bit weary, tired, but your armor in perfect shape. You take, as I understood, leadership of such proceeding.
Yeah, but I would obviously include Rihanna in that if she got even time for that. Not
She
doing
has.
it alone.
You
Because that would be
collect-
kinda weird.
You collect everyone, even though from refugees that maybe find solemn in a short ceremony that has been overlooked. Rihanna of House Ares, standing beside you, supported by her staff Requiem, looks over you, and everyone gazes, tired, wounded, worried, maybe fearful, turn towards you as you stand at the feet of the icon of the peace, icon of justice. What do you do?
I guess at first I would like to. There's not really grass around me, right? So I can't really put the standard into the ground next to me.
There is grass in front
Okay.
of you.
Well, then I would be putting the standard into the ground, pointing towards.
It's the same place where we fought the bullet.
Yeah,
Right.
I just remembered the stone, you know, the stone stuff and
Yes.
everything. So I
Yeah.
didn't
But there
know
was
there
also
was
grass that turned into piles of tunnels. Regardless, you plant the banner, the Peacemaker's banner.
Then I would obviously, well, do I just call it the salute, not really salute, but
Oh yeah.
towards the statue. That would be my idea. I guess Rihanna would follow because it's, you know, it's a standard thing.
Everyone follows.
Well, I guess it's time for mini speech.
Well, you can do it in the first person, or you can just say what Kaltaro's saying.
Well, yeah, I think it's better if it would be not the first person.
Yeah, go ahead. What does Kaltaro speak about?
I would say
moment?
something like, even though yesterday happened, like the attack, and obviously that it was terrible, we must now bounce back and come back stronger, and we shouldn't sacrifice this holy day while mourning about, you know, what just happened. And I guess what could happen in the meantime is maybe that Gallandon would get the lady back. Maybe, I don't know, because that would be maybe nice. While this is happening, that they would come back, like as
That
a.
is my question to you, Kaltaro.
Oh, if
I'm
he
not
wants to
trying
do it, or
I'm
yeah.
not trying to cause anything, incite anything, but
Yeah, it would be better if we just do it.
let me put it that way. Sure, you could do that. You're well capable of decalcifying
These nuts. Yes.
decalcifying Lady Ocean Stormbanner. But this could be also a moment to overtake.
Yeah, but that's a bad idea.
Is it though?
Well,
It's really
Kaltaro,
not-
We could lead a whole summit hall.
Yeah, but the moment I wake her up and then be like, "Yo, I'm in charge now," it's gonna be like, it's gonna be a bit bad.
No, no.
Only your party knows of existence of those potions
Yep.
Yes.
For now.
for now.
Yeah, then they find out, and then we are really in the shit. And also, these potions have a. Wait, are they now infinite?
They
Well-
have expiry date. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, but I don't think it would just be a good idea.
Let's be honest here. We don't really want to be stuck in Summon Hall. We want to adventure.
Yes.
Well, we could still adventure, but I think it just wouldn't be a good idea to kind of betray them after
I don't
we.
think it'll work as a Kaltaro narrative either.
Yeah, it would probably work as an Ember narrative.
Yes.
I'm your new master now.
Well, you could turn. You are well aware of what has happened toward the sun. What I'm trying to say here is, you seen that there weren't a fighting force. They weren't. They were more focused on regimentary life, of learning law, like dealing law, and all of this caused issues like hill giants just walking about, cults being able to arise. But I'm saying you don't have to per se take leadership over, since there's also Rihanna in way. But this could be a moment to kind of turn around what Order of the Sun is supposed to do.
You also wouldn't be really able to do your leadership duties if you're gonna just leave the place.
Yes.
There's still Rihanna of House Harris.
Yeah.
Be the
I
second
think
hand, I guess.
You'll be the second hand.
I think you should still be saying like, look at what this like what this politics side of things let you to do when you don't deal with the problems.
So you can't also deal with all the problems. Well, this one was a major one, but yeah. You can't just everything. You have to do the major shit.
That being said,
But they also took in a lot of refugees though. So I kind of they also did a different one.
But
I
has it
guess.
helped?
Well, yeah, that's the question.
And
Well-
like considering they haven't solved the problem that actually made them refugees in the first place.
At what point I'm trying to put you here? Obviously, you can do the right thing. You can bring back Lady Oceanstorm Banner, but then it's almost definite that since she'll be back, she'll have her word, she will have her authority. Everything will probably come back to the same situation.
Well, here's a different question: is it possible
Yes.
to move the statues, or are they just too
Yes,
heavy?
They're heavy, but you have more than few men can carry those statues.
They can carry them safely, right? They're not gonna drop
Yes.
them
Yes,
because if
yes,
they
yes,
drop them,
obvious.
it's bad.
Madke.
Because we could just put the statues in the courtyard as a reminder. I mean, we all know they can be, but if they're patronized for like a couple weeks, it won't change anything, right? They just don't die, I guess. They're just
Yes.
frozen in time, basically.
They're petrified until
long
yeah,
How long do we think the potions have before they expire?
a week or so.
So we should probably use them. Really. Like, yeah, it's. I guess it's a tough decision in the end.
I
That
guess we
depends
could.
what you would like to do.
I guess we could bring
Altaro.
back the knight, and then
Well, if we bring back the knight, they know that we have the
One.
potion.
yeah,
But
one.
then they'd be like, "Why did you bring him back and not her?"
Also true.
Well, bringing back Deadpool the Righteous will, well, projecting long term wise, would cause that Order of the Gauntlet kind of takes over.
Yeah.
Or the
Yeah.
Sunday they it's not like hostile takeover, but like take whatever is left, and make a
Meld
stronghold.
them.
Make a stronghold here, yeah.
Well, I guess.
Which is also a good thing.
Then
in
I
this
would
other
go
way.
with the. Well, I know we need the potions then for something, but we also have time, so it's not like. It's not like we have to like. We can just say we found the alchemist in a town and came back, I guess. But
Again, we have a week.
yes, but then again, we know people who can revert it, so I think we are not really
Well,
limited.
Do
It
we
depends what will be required, since this magic is not like a freebie.
Yes.
You do have a favor with the Archdruid. He's capable of casting restoration.
Yes.
You could quest to any of the major cities and look for anyone capable there.
Yeah, we haven't
it's a
been to
tough
Yatar
decision.
yet, so. Well, I
Do
would
we actually
say.
care?
Well, I would say at least we, well, considering the speech and everything, that we transport the statues in the courtyard.
Okay.
So they kind of serve as a reminder
Okay.
that we just have to come back and we can't ignore things that are happening around us anymore. And obviously now we have to rebuild everything. But once we've rebuilt it, we can come back. And maybe someday we will find someone or a way to unpetrify the statues.
So we're just gonna waste the potions.
Well, not
And my
wasting.
time.
I mean,
Gandon literally spent a full day on this.
yeah, but you guys also just said we could not use it. But the question is, if we use it, could we maybe just? I mean, we could just maybe just how would I say, change their mind? I guess, is that even possible? I mean, we brought them
it's
back.
diplomacy. Like we could talk to them, but I don't know how much.
I mean, they know why
sway
it.
we'll have.
Yeah, I mean, they will be angry, I guess, but at least we brought them back, and it's not like our reputation is damaged if we, everyone around us knows what we did, and they know they kind of fucked up, I guess.
Let's go a different way,
Mhm.
Kaltaro. Do you, as Kaltaro, would have any givings to change what's happening with the Order of the Sun? He is right now. He's in a position to change things.
Yeah, but then I would also be sacrificing people that we might need because they have experience and like leadership and everything, and people probably are like really, really just down because the what's it called again? And I forgot the word, but the guy that got by the stones in his room.
Oh yeah.
So he's
Yeah.
dead, and then I forgot his name.
Tegan the Blue.
Tegan the Blue's dead.
Well-
That was also like a charismatic person in the order. And if we now also get rid of her, like the leadership, even though we could just, get it back, we could still, like, Rihanna, me, probably the survivors, the Smith and everything, they could probably talk sense into her and be like, something has to change. Because if we keep going like that, then this will just happen again, and then we won't be this lucky a second time.
In the end, if we don't revive any either of the leaders, I think we're leaving the
Order really down, yeah.
yeah, we're
without
leaving them
any
exposed
anything,
and
yeah.
without any proper leadership, really.
Or any future.
Yeah, I think at this point it's either reviving one of them, or sorry, reviving both of them, or just reviving the knight. Just
Yeah.
if we wanted to let the gauntlet take over, which might be a good thing.
Yeah, I think
In that case,
I think it would even be better to revive both, because then you have the gauntlet who can build itself up again, and then you have the order who can maybe under a different mindset build itself up again.
I think just I understand it will not change everything like
Instantly,
you could do if you were, but I think getting both of them means that we can just fuck out of here and leave it be.
Well, you can
How
fuck off
about
at
we-
any time.
Yeah, but without destroying the Summit Hall entirely.
Yeah.
We
Effectively,
can
or
also
leaving them
give
exposed.
them. We can give them an ultimatum.
Let's go.
Yeah, and then we have we have to play our hand. No, thank you.
Well, I mean, we can literally just tell them or tell her in a group. Like, we can literally just walk. We already walk in that throne room. You wouldn't even be allowed in there, technically. So that's already going against the rules in that regard. We can basically tell her that the Summit Hall has fallen. So,
Oh, she will know that. But you also know the Lady Ocean Storm Banner. If she comes back, she still has a lot of connections, a lot of influence. So, the moment she's back,
She is
making her turn her mind on how the order is going is going to be kind of rough.
so
This is so-called shake-up point. This is like, I don't know. There are many real-world connotations, but
Basically, probably nothing will realistically change if we get her back. Like, or not enough for it to actually. It'll probably devolve into this regardless of what happens again.
But, well, most likely you'll be advanced as the captain.
Eh,
Yeah, but I can't change anything.
Yeah, then it'll be like you'll be advising.
Well,
But
do
then
you
again,
think,
you saw Tegan being mocked for, cultists. Haha, Tegan, what the fuck you're talking about?
Bam.
yeah.
Reapers?
Reapers?
To be honest, I kind of wish that he killed her, not him.
Something has stopped him from destroying. It was you rushing.
Rip.
F.
Rush B. Rush North. In this case. I mean,
I still
what
think
do we
that
think
the.
will-
I
what
still
do we
think
think
that
would
the.
happen if-
Yeah, what.
if-
How
What?
about the people decide?
Well,
know,
Oh,
it's a-
democracy, that's a good moment.
you know, if we ask them what they want to do, they will revive her, and they'll be like, "Why did you even ask?"
No, I mean, what the people want when she's back. Like, do they
Yeah,
just
no,
want to
that's not
go
gonna
back
work.
to the.
Oh, this is
Oh.
not like this. So,
It's not
No.
like this.
the moment there is a person of authority in such a hierarchy,
It's over.
they're gonna stick to it.
I don't want to waste the potions now because there's no way we find anything in 7 days for that.
I
Well,
think
if you go against, again, the same guys, you might have those at hand.
Basilisk. Yeah.
It's a 7-day time limit. That's not much time, technically. Because we would first get to a major town, which would be probably Yatar. Which last time I checked the map is very far away.
Well, if like the thing is the abbey is just across the river here. Like that's where they are holding out. That's where the guy said the digger, the guy who we met at the end.
Yeah, but we need potions. We need stuff
Yeah,
like
which
that.
we're kind of trying to make here. That's the whole point. Like we need to do this pretty urgently. So in the next
Can
couple
we do
days-
enough? Can we like produce enough?
Yeah, I think we can get ourselves ready. It's just a matter of like I definitely need that armor because otherwise I'm
Dead
really
gear.
starting to get very squishy.
You already have an armor, magical armor.
I'm still squishy.
Um,
I want my non-metal metal armor.
Not my
I'm just
fault. You
gonna
have
say-
-1 dex.
I'm just gonna say that if we happen to revive both of them,
Mm-hmm.
I can pretend Summit Hall doesn't exist.
What do you mean?
Like, I could just not come back. Just treat it like it has plague.
I mean, that's one option.
Anyone asks, never heard of the place, don't even know where it is.
Like, Kaltara, do you actually want to be... Would you actually want to effectively be one of the leaders here?
Well, not really. I mean, it's still a very important
There we
place,
have an answer.
but
Yeah,
I
we're
think
reviving
taking-
both of them.
I think taking over. Wait, one question. How is the responsibility gonna work? Is it gonna go Brianna, I guess, right?
Yeah,
We'll
but
take it over. But
you'd
I would
still
say
be...
you have a strong word now to influence later what will happen to the Order of the Sun.
Oh, you know what? I think we take the potions for us. I think we actually gonna because
I'm gonna drink the 2 fucking potions, man.
but you gotta petrify
Yes.
yourself.
And you just want to make yourself into stone and one...
Well, you could
come
turn
back.
Rihanna of House Aris to stone by slipping her the potion.
Oh no!
Oh my god.
And then
I wonder how that happened. She was just having a little bit of wine. Ugh.
everyone just gets petrified. The whole thing. No, I think it's So I think we're gonna quote unquote take over. But since Rihanna's gonna be the second hand kind of thing,
Well, she'll be de facto leader, but
yes. But it will
she's
be different ideology. Well, same ideology, but different kind of how it will work.
you would
And
have strong wording on how to
yeah.
direct the order's resources, how to use them, whether to transform into more militant order or you could push it any other way.
Yeah, but we will still do the thing with the statues in the courtyard. Remind the people that that was the end basically of
Yeah,
the
you just
summit hall, how it
tell the
was.
people, yo, you had some leaders up there. They're gone.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what happened.
Okay, so
That would be the speech then, I guess, if you can
At
like
the-
sum it up.
okay, at the pinnacle, at the climax of the whole
Yeah. We will
ordeal.
still honor them, but you know it's over basically. The new
What
dawn,
What
literally.
if some of the, or one of the two statues would just fall over in transport? Huh?
God.
And it would accidentally be Lady Stormbanner.
Bad ending unlocked. I
Oh
saw it.
no! What happened?
And then
I
suddenly it
just
turns
saw the
out-
bad ending unlocked. Note bad ending unlocked.
Okay, in this solemn moment of reflection, at the peak of your speech, Kaltaro, trying to push people to find strength and find purpose, even though it seems walls are collapsing, the leaders so looked after and followed have been turned to stone and rubble, leaving only one place. However, even though you do have the remedy, perhaps correct that. You use the situation to steer Order of the Gauntlet to a different direction. Whoever is left, those meager forces, those few knights, squires, acolytes, and such, they do think that maybe being so diplomatic about everything, trying to talk with reason, being so regimented and sheltered off, might not be the best idea.
Huh?
It might not be the correct approach for current times. You, Altaro, and your companions not only have proven themselves by saving of what's left of the summit hall,
But also,
but you've vanquished the hill giants. You have done more, prove that there is power in might in such troubled times, and maybe one day Order of the Sun will return to their peacekeeping duties, upholding the law. But now, as the icon of justice is glowing in the sun, eyes reflecting the sun itself, there is ire, there is rage, there is fury blazing. And those who are left, capable of lifting arms, they draw their swords, they draw their blades, lift it to reflect the sun in a salute, in a hurrah, proclaiming that they have the renewed strength. And
how
since
loud
this
is the
is
hurrah?
quite loud,
Okay.
well, I don't want to, and I don't want to fiddle with the thing, but with a
Question.
massive hurrah, I've not finished.
Okay.
They all commit to the new ways. And even though Lady Rihanna of House Iris seems taken aback a bit, she's taken along with the burning fury and urge to correct of what has befallen to the Desert Valley. They all seem eager. This is a blazing hot metal right now. And with few strikes of a hammer, you can, Altaro, you and your companions can shape of what will happen to the order itself in those troubled times. What would you like to ask, Seb?
If this whole well, it's kind of a ceremony, right? In a way.
It's turned from more from a ceremony to a hurrah.
Would this
would
attune the peace stand there to me, or is that a different kind of thing that needs to happen?
due to the situation and what is happening right now, the banner will transform. This is no longer Peace Walker standard.
Oh.
This will become something else,
Oh,
imbued with different powers, allowing you to stray away from the diplomatic approach,
Oh no.
more into war and combat. But yes, you will be attuned to it.
Sorry and shit, whatever, but doesn't give stats. Oh god.
Okay. Well. Well.
I guess that was
Well.
a good midsummer.
It was a breaking midsummer. Perhaps Almnator. Yeah, Almnator. The yellow god. Light of the law, the keeper of law. Has coursed its powers to whatever is left over the sun. And this is no longer time for peace talks. It's time for glory.
for initiate.
Brawl initiative. There's a
Oh
whole
god, no.
this whole brawl happening in the middle of the field. No, not really. Well, with this ordeal ending, I want to put some music on, but I got no idea what I play. Oh
I
yeah,
gave you
this is.
a lot of
I know. It just depends of what's fitting the moment. People disperse after the uplifting speech. You, Kaltaro, are approached by Rihanna of House Aris. In a conversation. As she approaches, still visible ire in her eyes, and her face blusters with a little bit of red. She seems unusually not angry, but determined. That would be the right word. She gives you a nod, says, "The armor itself suits you, Kaltaro. You have brought not only everyone, but also to me a different point of view of what should be done. We shall remember Lady Oceanstorm Banner, Keegan the Blue, and those who have fallen, and mayhaps their graves will, as she looks over the green, riddled with holes, fields, the graves will remark this important moment. I will send letters to my family of House Ares to Baldur's Gate. I'll ask them for resources so we may rebuild this Kaltaro. I don't know what exactly to do so. Lady Ocean Stormbanner was capable more of ceremony and what should be happening, but we must confer on what we should be doing next.
Well, I think first of all, the priority should be to rebuild, to get the people up again. You know, there's a lot of injured people. That everyone gets on their feet again, that they can help. And I also think, since we don't want to wait long, that Party and me, well, the Oath Keepers, will find where we know where the cultists are, but we need to prepare for this. So if there's maybe any people among them who can maybe brew potions or do anything that can help us to prepare, I think that would be the best way to strengthen our group, and then we will head out. But I will leave the summit hall for you in the meantime, and you have the authority then to, well, hopefully steer things in a better way, or in a.
Oh, I do retain my authority since I'm still outranking you, Kaltaro, but we should put this aside, in my opinion. She glances at the statues. She glances back at you. Very well. To fight back. I believe that is the right thing to do. We should find someone to... Well, we should reach out to Order of the Gauntlet. Perhaps there is a way to restore one of theirs.
Yeah, we also
we should reach out to them, at least telling them what has occurred.
Yes, and you should definitely, in the letters you prepare, tell everyone what happened. And
I know that Lady Ushin already sent for reinforcements to deal with the giants. Since that is no longer a case, then...
Well, the reinforcements should be needed here to rebuild. I mean, as you can see, they never arrived in time because we never did anything in time back then. And that was now the peak, I guess.
Very well. I shall take over. We still do have supplies. However, you have mentioned that you might be on good terms with Golden Fields.
Yes. Very good terms indeed. We saved them from the giants that attacked them.
Then I would be thinking it would be wise to contact them one way or the other to ask them for the supplies, bring them up the river or up the road. We'll be needing those since, well, there's of what is happening outside these walls. Whoever was some of the scouts and squires still guarding the gate have mentioned to me that over the night they saw, well, the refugee camp, or rather, what's left of it, decimated.
Yeah, we would be on our way out anyway at some point, and then we would check on the camp. But there's also some good news that we couldn't bring earlier because, well, the summit hall was under attack. We totally decimated Grudhaug. And some of the hill giants were there. A really big one too. But the whole place has been, well, literally burned to the ground. But we couldn't bring this news earlier than now because, well, there was no time.
You see some sign of relief on her face as she says, "Very well. That is, by the light, may I say, first good news of the day. But despair not, like you said, Kaltaro. We shall take this moment and find strength in what has this day brought to us. Not seek weakness. Prepare with your companions. I would say the treaties, the gardens, supplies of what has left, of what the cult has left to us, shall be used to exact swift vengeance, bring justice to what has occurred here. There are few now that need our help. Whoever's left will. What I'm trying to say, the situation of supplies is more balanced out and less urgent.
Oh, there might be
believe it's-
there might be still some supplies on Belyard, if I remember correctly. That I don't know if they were actually transported here. I remember sending people out, but maybe they got ambushed by the cult. Who knows?
3 knights were delegated last day by
Yeah.
Tegan.
They
They
don't
might be
know.
returning with the supplies. Yes, but still, 3 knights is more. It's better than none.
Yeah.
If they return before, I mean, during your excursion, I will inform them of what has occurred here.
Yes. I have one question at DM. Is there also a grave for Tegan, or is he just forgotten?
You gathered his parts.
Well, yeah, but is there like a proper grave, because that would be
You
kind
could
of
put him to tomb, or as Rihanna suggested, turn the grass fields in front of the Icon of Justice into a graveyard.
yeah, we should do that.
All right. Conversation ends, and she
Yes.
departs to perhaps contemplate or finally get some rest, as her face shown tiredness and exhaustion.
Great.
With the midday ceremony over, Jeff, I believe you talked to
Yes,
none other than.
I get Chris to send a message to the abbot. As per that message, updates: giants found and destroyed at Goster's Creek. Leader has been killed. Summit Hall was attacked by the Black Sun cult. New leader for Summit Hall.
Chris corrects his invisible spectacles. Says, I think you mean Black Earth Cult, Mr. Jeff.
Black Earth cult. Yes. Whatever. Same
Oh
thing.
no.
Yes. Goddamn nerd though.
Actually, did you know?
Yes, Black Earth cult. Alright.
He again creates the whirl of the copper wire, turns into a snake and skitters across the sky, and with return message, he kind of shortens the message, saying that the abbot is thankful, and he asks if he can anyway assist us, and asks if we have found any of his scouts around the Grothog.
We haven't spotted anybody.
All right, but
Oh.
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 well, anything else we should request? Any aid, maybe? Write up the reply message. In the meantime, well, Gandon, you spot Kaltaro standing alone at the bottom of the Icon of Justice. He has not used the potions you have slipped to him. You do
Well,
anything about it?
I just asked him, do you think you have any use for these potions?
I think they might become handy when we tackle the cult. If they have any more basilisks, it might be a good idea to have these on us. It might be a strange call, but they could be very important in the fight.
Okay. I hope you'll be right.
Okay.
I'll ask if do we need any help from the Golden Fields? I'll ask the group.
Maybe supplies, if there's
Like what?
anything.
What kind of supplies do we need though? Like we're okay on food and water now.
Potions. Medicine.
Yeah.
What else could we need?
You could request food. You could request medicine. You could request anything that agriculturally could be attained.
Well, I guess
That's
medicine
fine.
is most important, I would
Yeah,
say.
healing potions and medicine required. Food. Needed. Healers welcome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
I think that
I
easily
think-
fits to the 25 words,
Yeah.
along with the reply that no scouts were found.
Yeah, at the moment I'm just saying no scouts found. Groothog was burnt down. Healing potions and medicine required. Food needed. Healers welcome.
Food needed.
Yes. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I could add to this. Like I still have 9 words to.
Maybe I don't know if we wanna petrifying, but I don't know if that even makes sense now. What is it?
Well, we could mention it.
Well, 2 petrified.
Do you really want to mention that now?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
Probably not. Yeah, I think
well, just heavy losses, I guess.
heavy losses and injuries.
Yes, I mean, yeah, that's true.
Yes. Yeah, so I'm just gonna put it down here. So I think that's fine.
All right. Chris instantly sends the message, gets a reply back. They should arrive in a few days.
Yeah.
3 days, he says.
3 days.
They're saddened. I'm gonna note this down, so I don't forget. 3 days, he says. Supplies will arrive. Saddened that no scouts were found. Glad that the giants are gone. Also, he mentioned that Nightstone refugees have settled in Goldenfield.
Oh, good. Yay. Positive news.
Yeah. Finally.
Yes. So let me just see the calendar.
It should be the first.
No,
First of allies. No, second of allies.
Oh,
second
okay.
of allies is yeah, because we
Yeah,
have shield meat and then
Yeah, for some reason my calendar. Oh, it's there. It was hiding. Oh god, it's. Oh no! Can't get it. How do I? the request trade thing, the Dungeon and Dragons.
Yeah.
It's like I never moved it there. I guess I can't move it up because I was looking for that, but it's not like
I think you can call it the other way. I think you can go to journal tabs, like the banner symbol,
this.
and then go like simple calendar, like SC. No.
I find that if you have the date and time, and if you then click on the midsummer, like if you expand it
I can't.
and click on midsummer, you
I-
click on the time,
Yeah.
and that expands
You
it.
can.
and
Ow.
It's player. Well, if you go to the journal settings, the second button from the bottom,
Hmm.
journal notes, and you have SC
Hall, second hall.
on the
hall?
left side, like the one that
Oh,
looks like a
yeah.
banner.
Yes.
You have to click on it,
SC.
and then you have SC.
Yeah, but that's the other calendar. That's the one that's huge.
I know, but at least you can check shit, or you can toggle. You have the half circles, like toggle small time. Maybe you can somehow.
I just like the other one way more, but I guess I can't get it anymore for some reason.
I'll try to. Maybe I'll try to do something later.
Yeah, later. Because I was just looking
Later.
for it the whole time and I was like, oh, where's it gone? Oh. Yeah, all good, all good.
Yeah. So, by the way, we're gonna relay the information on the delivery and the help incoming to the
I got it. Wow.
lady.
All right.
I cheated with my combat hut.
Cheated.
Enabled the
Good.
combat hut and that got rid of the other thing.
Yay! But yeah, we will relay the information about the Golden Fields supplies.
Yes.
coming.
And note down the item I need to make. Also, making notes for myself.
Mm-hmm. Goddamn power hungry, Kaltaro. God damn.
Not really power hungry. Determined
know.
to change. Wants to
To be
change
fair,
things.
it didn't work before. Oy!
Hey.
Oi.
All right. So, what would you like to do for the rest of the day?
Keep collecting shit.
What would
Can
you like to
I-
focus on?
Can I... Yeah, I would like to maybe check up the refugee camp.
Refugees camp. Okay. Do you take anyone with you?
Maybe Embo, I guess?
All right. You
Hey,
master Ember.
guys,
Huh?
where's Gabe?
Yeah,
Gabe's
true.
vibing in the courtyard. He finally arrived.
Yay!
Oh, yeah.
Gabe is safe.
Oh no, wait,
Um,
you closed the gates. So he's probably outside.
Shit! Find Gabe!
Yeah, he can help. We have some dwarves here.
Galen can babysit him.
Yes.
Well, Galen, do you wanna come with us in front of the gates? Or do you wanna do potions?
I mean, I can.
Well,
What
que-
potions could I make? I can't.
I can't.
By the way, I wish we had Gabe fighting the basilisk because he wouldn't give a fuck. He's already stoned.
Okay, let me show you the. You should be able to see that.
I've seen this one before.
Yeah.
Yes, but there is a whole. Everything's broken down. All the places you can go to inside the summit hall. Like what's on the exterior, what's within the walls. Maybe that can give you ideas what you can do. There's a description of the Whispering Gardens.
I definitely want to see, like, about making that armor.
The armor. Okay, so you'd be reaching out to the quartermaster.
Yeah.
Kaltara would be going outside the walls.
Yes.
And Ganondorf would be?
I joined Kaltaro.
Okay. So, first off, Jeff,
Yes.
you are renowned, but you're not renowned enough just to wander the walls like you wanted anyway.
Mm.
Unless Kaltaro has changed it, but it's not a good look the first moment something happens, the new leadership is taken over, like, oh, this guy has a multipath, he can go anywhere. Regardless of rather
Okay, I wait for
r-
Kaltaro.
no. Rather than talking to the quartermaster himself, one of his assistants, as you would deliver the bullet's hide. He takes your measures and says that he will ask the quartermaster to look into it, maybe craft something out of it. Questions:
appreciate
what
it.
kind of armor you would be requesting? What's the base armor?
So, like the, I think I can wear up to medium. Yeah, I can wear up to medium armor. So it would be as like the best medium armor I could make out of it.
Could be a breastplate. Could be a scale mail. Remember that you would be ditching your hide, your magical armor from the Archdruid.
What does my hide do again?
It gives you resistance to fire damage. And it's also
Wait, you can't put the height above it or below it?
No, because it's separate armor.
Okay.
He could try to ask to mix it.
Because it is technically already medium armor.
But it's a hide armor. It's like 12.
Yeah. So like
12 AC plus 2 max, which is -1 for you.
Yeah, because I would probably be going for. Would I be able to get scale mail out of it then? Otherwise, right?
Yeah, you could get a scale, you could get breastplate. You could try to ask to mix it with a fiend's hide.
I would try to get. Actually, yeah, I'd try and see if I could get a breastplate out of it, and maybe mix it in some way with the hide, if possible. Otherwise, just get a breastplate done.
Okay. So you have to surrender your hide as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna do exactly that.
Okay, so unequip it.
Unequip item.
Okay.
Done.
You surrender the somewhat sulfury smelling hide. I can feel your back as you unbuckle your armor.
Yeah.
Your scar on the back. The assistant looks it over. He can like feel his fingers like in smoke and give off heat as they touch the hide. But he takes it out, takes it away to the quartermaster. And you get a response if you're waiting for the resupply, it should be done by the second.
Yeah, but
yep.
I'll sorry for a second. I was looking at the scar.
I was looking at in the mirror, I suppose. It's on
Yeah,
your back.
I was looking at what
Two
actually
mirrors.
heals them. Like any way to fix a hypertrophic scar. Anyway, sorry, I could wait there until he comes back, or
He said that the project should be done by the second.
oh, by the second. So yeah, so I'll just say thank you and leave for now.
All right. Meanwhile, outside.
Yes.
What?
I'm putting up the music. Chill.
Okay.
Oh, that's without music. All right. As you order to open the gates, you see before yourself, desolated camp, few poor souls, giving you weak glances as you emerge with your troop, looking over what's left of the camp. Not much. Few tents, many burned, few families clinging to life. Just like the residents inside, survivors were decimated as well.
Is it a lot of people, or is it like a number that we can count on our hands?
Uh,
Wait,
Certainly
you need
there
your
is
hands
way-
to count?
There is way less, and you could bring them inside.
Yeah, that was the question. That might be my question.
The question is, though, do you want to do that?
Well, I could. Wait, do I have it? I think I did it last time, but maybe I didn't. Because you said it that last time. Oh yeah, I don't have it. Do you think it would be a good? Well, if I could, I would maybe do the Zone of Truth, I guess. That would probably be.
You would change your spells, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Or
I
not.
I still have to find Steve, so I guess I just removed that and then
Yeah, you
because
can prepare
I
that.
didn't do it.
Okay. You gather few folk approach you, asking for rations, of asking whether is it safe. You invoke the renowned strength, divine powers, and you create the magical zone. I would say they are unable to make charisma saving throws. They're just few commoners, but you're certain they will speak the truth, unless if they say false,
Yeah,
you would sense that.
yeah.
There's just a bunch of scruffy folk, maybe one emerging from the group, kind of being the face of all, is
I just used it, so it used the spell
all
slot.
right. Is perhaps a long bearded guy, flute by his belt, talking very slowly. Not so old, but maybe in his 40s, with a bald face, obviously dirty, scruffy, as he takes position of de facto the leader of what's left.
Okay.
As he begins by saying, "Good night, baby. Is everything all right? Are we safe now?"
Wouldn't really call it safe, but for the moment, the situation is in order. I have a question at you all. Did you know anything about about this? Anyone here having second thoughts, or is everything all right in that regard?
Nothing's all right. These men, they came and pulled everyone from the tents, brought them inside the keep. They came last night. You're not taking us by force. They were not your men, is that so?
No, they were not our men.
They pulled whoever they could, brought them inside. Then there was a fight, as he points to the place. Last night, as you were rushing in, there was a escalation of violence there. He points to that place and says, there were casting spells, fighting among each other. Some of them flying.
Lying?
Yes, flying, as in hovering above ground like birds. throwing lightning out of their hands, exchanging blows, as if a.
Did
as
you
if a-
see? Did you see where they went, or did they just fight till the death?
No, good night. I hid, but that's what people saw. They saw those who were flying. They won, and they have left. Among them, few from the camp. They, as he picks up a stick and draws a symbol on the ground. And the symbol presents
I guess the cult. Without even seeing the symbol. Yeah.
the cult of the howling hatred.
So
The ones that you've met in Zephyros Tower.
Our best friends.
The one
besties.
besties. And he continues saying, there was one charismatic that he's others men, they before all this happened talked to us, tried to convince us to leave and join them. Some of us did, many denied, but then
Do you see any more people with these signs on their arms or somewhere?
he
Is anyone
his
still
head.
around?
They've all left after this night. Who's left are just folks, farmhands, those who've left their homesteads because of those foul giants and orcs. Is there finally place for us inside? Can we be safe there?
I would. Well, that's why I'm here. We just had the encounter that. I don't know if you noticed. Well, would they know that when we brought people from the mines? Probably they would.
Oh, they were
Yes.
angry at you. They were
Yeah.
angry at you. But as you glance, all those whoever survived, they're desperate enough to just have a safe 4 walls, roof above head,
Yeah.
maybe something to eat.
Yeah, that's why I'm here. I wanted to get everyone in, get them a roof, get them some food.
You, in response, you see some of them sighing with relief, some of them saying something along the lines, finally. Some of them calling over everyone, pick up what meager leftovers they've got of their possessions. They start to pack up, gather whoever's left to head over inside as the man looks over, he shakes his head. If only my family was still here. Good night. I think. He pauses. I thank thee. I thank you. As he picks up his sack and moves in. Unless you want to stop.
No, it's fine. I just wanted to have that check that if they're all like clean.
You're certain
I didn't want to tell them straight up like, oh yeah, by the way, did you remember these guys we put in? They were spies. You know, it would be bad.
You are certain that among who's left of the refugees, what's left over of them, none of them have any allegiances to cults. Okay. Takes a few minutes. Some of the squires help gathering folks. Some of them you see. Order of the Sun recruited those who wanted. They even some of the sons of farmers came here to become members of the Order of the Sun, and they sigh with relief. There was a visible relief among them that finally something was done with those poor people that were outside the walls. That maybe something good was done, rather than just keeping them outside. Further increasing their loyalty to you, Kaltaro. You were the one to decide that. And you could easily skip over higher leadership. You still remember the words that Kotmov said to Tegan the Blue when you had the feast.
Well, there should be food for the people now. For now.
Yes. Although there's much less of them. Those
Yeah,
who
but we don't
survive
need the big ultra rations now. We just food, you know.
Yes. What I'm trying to say is there is a gratitude because Order of the Sun did not let them in before, and now it opens its gates.
Yes.
And you didn't have to go through anyone above you to do so and decide so. It feels good to be in power, right?
Oh god. It feels okay.
It feels okay. You glance over the leftovers of the camp. You do know where to go to the so-called battlefield outside the walls, where the old man, well, not old man, where the refugees said they clashed. If you'd like to go investigate that place.
Yeah, we should investigate. I think we should. Maybe we
no,
can
Seb
find.
is the...
Oh no, he doesn't know.
Okay, Jeff joins you outside. Unless Jeff, you wanted to do something inside the salmon hole as the party was away.
Not really. I think as soon as we had I had my thing done, I think I'm okay.
Okay, Jeff joins you without the armor, only in his vestments.
Like
his old man. He got some balms for his back. You'll probably have to use until the end of your days.
Well, apparently they get better within 6 to 12 months.
Maybe.
Or you could maybe help with some surgery.
Some surgery on the scar. Sure, sounds good.
Uh,
Okay. Mac, glad you're here.
Hey, Mac.
Yes, hello.
Yes. To shorten what has occurred. Well, there's
What
not much.
occurred? Yeah, I didn't get the word you said. What occurred?
To summarize what has happened during right now, is that everyone long rested. You should be able to level up now, or you should rather level up.
Okay.
You have a long rest activity to do, but also what happened is your basilisk bile that you extracted before was turned into stone-free potions.
You will love this one.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Which could turn you into stone or turn you from stone to flesh. And there was a decision moment where Kaltaro has gathered everyone that survived, and not many of those have survived, and put the two statues of both the chapter master, Lady Ushin Stormbanner, and the Sir Deadbolt the Righteous, the guy on the horse.
Yeah.
And decided to not revive them and tell that maybe we shouldn't be such a bunch of diplomatic guys. Basically, stop being United Nations and be more like NATO. And maybe finally, like, I don't know, be better at war, since everyone's fighting around the place. So maybe it's time to make a turn here.
Okay, but what does that have to do with not reviving the people?
Because should they be revived, they would retain their positions.
And that would go back to the same it was.
And Kaltaro wouldn't have much sway in...
Okay, so...
He's power hungry, yes.
Yes, he's power hungry, yes.
Also, we can use these if we find a basilisk fighting in the next...
Or if we get petrified.
Yes.
Yes.
Within the next week.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yes.
They have
So,
a
so
week.
Sir Palpatine. Okay.
They have a week. They have a 1 week expiry date. What also has happened is you, together with Jeff, carved the bullet, the
Yes.
the beast that the guy was riding on. You also carved the basilisk in full. You have, well, Jeff took the hide and it's turning into an armor, but you also have a pouch of both bullet teeth and basilisk teeth. And you have.
What if I don't agree?
Oh, wow.
Ah.
You missed that opportunity.
Well,
Okay. Well, I guess.
Mine.
You didn't tell him what he even got from the basilisk and everything.
Yeah, well, he said the teeth and
Oh,
you
yeah.
got teeth, you got basilisk eyes, you got bullet claws, you got bullet teeth, you got basilisk teeth.
okay.
And you
Well, I
also
guess.
got the direwolf mantle,
Oh, yeah.
which I will add later on as an item. But unless you want to change the use for the bullet hide, then go ahead and discuss with Catsper now.
I guess it's fine.
I need my armors. My AC is bad enough.
You could, for example, as I was telling you guys, you could turn bullet teeth into
A
either
pickaxe or
javelins, daggers, arrowheads, basically better ammunition.
I think we
it
should
will-
use one tooth just for a pickaxe because it'll let us take down walls. Like
the bullet claw can be turned into a
oh yes.
pickaxe or a bludgeoning weapon of sorts that would be better at destroying walls and dirt.
Hey, Cotmolf, would you like a new weapon?
I already have two.
Would you like a weapon that can destroy walls?
Maybe.
I mean, the man just runs through a wall, like no issues.
Yes, but it would make it easier.
If you'd like, there is a way for using those bullet claws to either strap them to the axe hammer.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
It retains its, let's say, improvised vibe, or they can be turned into a completely new weapon. Depends what vibe you'd like to keep. So you can duct tape some.
I was rather thinking about duct taping.
All right, okay.
Just hammer them through and make it just pop out.
Is the Quella Master dead?
No, he survived.
Cool.
So duct tape exists in this universe now, right?
Let's say.
Okay.
Just some sinew or something.
I'm just noting down the project. But the most important question, Cotmove, do you surrender your weapon to the crazy quartermaster?
Well, last time he didn't want. So we need to discuss.
Well, it's good that Kaltara's in charge now, right?
Yes.
Oh.
Man's in charge, doesn't even pay attention.
No, I was just confused because Chrissy was sad.
Okay. So we'll be duct taping Battle Blood Claw to X-Hammer. What also has been established, Mac, is that they have contacted Goldenfield, their allies, to get some healing supplies, and they'll be arriving in 3 days.
Yeah.
Your party basilisk bile potions have a week expiry, and the general course of action now is to get rid of the cult. And before that, gather supplies, gather strength, and probably in less than a week time, go after them.
My vote is to go after the Golden Field supplies arrive. So go on the 3rd.
And just go smashing.
And then go smash. Yeah.
So they in Golden Fields. Or what?
The supplies will arrive from Golden Fields
Oh,
in
Yeah.
3 days.
And we'll be going after the monastery beside the quarry.
Okay.
Because you know where to go. The mud sorcerer told you where to go if you want to deal with the cult.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing because it will certainly not allow them to spend all the wealth that they have taken from the summit hall. My question is also, what do you like to do with the bullet teeth and basilisk tooth?
Well, do they have expiry?
No. The eyes, though, do have.
Well,
But-
I guess maybe the eyes could be useful for Mr. Alchemy here, who I believe has been
They
doing
could.
stuff.
Or, well,
Or
you have own uses for the trophies.
yes, of course.
You haven't opened a basilisk yet. I would say a basilisk eye is more better trophy than a tooth.
Okay. Yeah, well then. Well, it has 2 eyes, but okay.
Oh yeah, you could leave one eye, yeah. And you will have a long rest activity to catch up, so you could technically do the special thing, unless you get anything else on there.
Well, if I give my weapon to the Quadramaster, we agree that he will agree this time. Then
Begrudgingly, he will agree to repair it.
yes, then he will need to repair it as well, so I will need to do that. But yeah, well, if the eyes, well, if we wait a week, then we have multiple long rest activities, no?
Yes.
So yeah, so I will use one to do the eye, and then also 1 or 2 to do
Wait, hold
train
up.
my dog as well.
We can't wait a week.
No, it's few days.
Okay,
Days.
good.
Yeah, a few
Few
No,
days of long rest
yes.
activity. You don't have to do the long rest to do the long rest activities. You can, instead of adventuring, walking anywhere, you can do stuff. Since you'll
Yeah.
be probably sitting at this place for some days, you can do stuff. And I'll
Yes.
probably ask you after the session what you'll be doing in those few days. But you will be, as I understand, you will be offering of one basilisk eye to
Yes.
ancestors. What about the teeth of both creatures? Is there anything you would like to craft out of those?
For now, I will keep them.
Okay.
I'll think about what I can do.
Well, the bullet thieves could be turned into arrows +1,
Yeah.
a spear +1, daggers +1. So essentially better ammunition, or javelins +1.
Yeah, maybe, but
There we go.
the thing is, if I do that, then well, it becomes ammunition I will use, but I will also lose.
Okay. It's
So
fine to keep
maybe
those.
yes. For now, I think I will keep them in stock.
Okay. I'll add the pouches of basilisk and bullet thief. Making notes here, man.
Hmm.
Okay, so we return to the moment as the party has exited the summit hall walls to examine what has happened in the surrounding area in the refugee camp. That's where Kaltaro has questioned few of the refugees to make sure that none of them have any allegiances to cultists. And well, under his command, he brought them in since the situation, the critical situation of low food has been solved by decimating those who are inside and outside. Few positive things is less mouths to feed. Less positive thing is more people to bury. And many of them were taken by Dwarka. Regardless, the situation and the moment we are here at is, as the party, and understand everyone is here, is approaching the battle site that was occurred outside the summit hall, which you've not investigating during the rush. You instead barge through the walls, through the gates, to get inside as soon as possible. As the music stops, because I need to put something else on. Yeah, maybe this. I think that's good enough. You approach the campsite. Truly, whatever has occurred here at first glance was a display of destructive powers of both earth and wind. There are no bodies, dead bodies here. However, the tents are tattered. They're like burrows of earth and holes pittered there and there. There's no smell of death, but just as in gods themselves have pierced the earth with their fingers and just took a pinch of dirt from inside. There's like few craters left.
I guess Jeff or Galen could kind of detect what happened. Maybe.
Well, all I can do is just look.
Look.
I mean, I can. At most, what I can do is just look for some magical things. Maybe.
Yeah, traces. Maybe. You know the portal? The magical portal. Oh, wait. Jules,
Yes.
DM. You
DM,
said the guy, the leader of the, well, not the leader of the cult, but, well, the leading party left through some kind of, like he went into the ground.
He molded into the ground.
Yeah, was that... I wonder if that kind of magic was somewhat the same as the medallion that we found on that the shirt. You know? Maybe that was also a cultist just disappearing into the ground.
You did saw the leader of the cult melding into the throne.
Give me 10 minutes and I'll do detect magic. I'll just ritual cast detect magic.
You're at the site right now.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
Okay. As Jeff focuses on his magics, you guys can do mundane way of examining the place.
I'm
You're free to
gonna
move, by the way.
stay
okay?
back.
You should be.
Just gonna go here. And
You walk around there. I might have not added additional. Wait, I don't want combat music.
I'm gonna hide in the trees.
Okay.
And just go around.
Okay.
Like,
You sneak about, going around the camp. Again, you don't see any bodies. You see there are marks of fight, like moved earth, maybe few arrows or crossbow bolts stuck into the dirt or furniture of the camp. But overall, it seems like it was
yes.
cleaned up.
I found nothing, boys.
well, it means we can go in, I guess.
You move into the camp and you see some patches of dirt have this lightning pattern scattered on the ground between craters being left there and there. You see one of the camp tents, the biggest one, slightly ajar and maybe in best condition, one would say. There's also ash in the campfire and some tattered clothes still drying.
Is there anything we can salvage from here? Or is it just worthless, most of it?
There's some junk. Sure, there's some crates and barrels that haven't been. Maybe they've been too cumbersome to take with. There are some meager supplies here that probably whoever is inside will greatly appreciate it.
Yes. I think that would be a good idea.
Okay, you note down to. You take
Like,
stock of what's
anything
useful to
that's
take.
useful.
Maybe some of the cards are.
I mean, even the wood will be useful, rebuilding
Indeed.
things.
Indeed, you take stock of what's useful. You take a few moments and that, unless Cotmolf is doing anything, or
No. Sorry.
okay.
Any
Cotmolf's
magic?
just looking
Just Jeff is
around.
checking.
Yes.
Oh, he's muted right
I'm
now.
still waiting.
No,
His...
I wasn't even on the page. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Never mind.
So you take stock of what's left, what's debris, what's still useful. As Jeff finishes his finishes casting his act magic ritually. That's 30 feet around you, and immediately you still see the leftover patterns of casted spells, maybe some dried up components being left in the dirt that look like just part of the foliage. You see some of those burrows and craters still glowing with evocation magic and transmutancy. The let's say the highest concentration is on the east side and west side. As I understand, you would be walking over, examining all of it. Of all the items, obviously in the camp, there is nothing that gleams magical. Whatever picks up on your radar, like maybe, like I mentioned, just leftover spell components.
So is it somewhat the same magic that we already saw?
There are many uses of earth magic, like there's two
Yeah.
stone melders you faced against.
Oh, I meant
And
because of the.
myself.
I mean, I meant because of the thing we destroyed. The amulet, whatever it was.
What fake did you destroy?
The amulet, the medaillon, whatever. I forgot what it's called in English. The thing next to the shirt. Yes. You know, when we found the shirt that was, or was it the shirt that had the magic on it?
I can't remember what it was.
When we went out of the refugee camp, we found a shirt. There was a magical resistance thingy, like a portal attached to it. Is this magic maybe also here? Sophie found.
Shirt? I can't recall.
I can't
What?
remember anything about a shirt.
We walked out of the summit hall when we went to Grukauk, and
Okay.
we heard something, and then we went there, and then there was just a shirt laying on the ground.
Oh, you mean the... Okay, now I remember. It's none of that.
Okay,
Then
thought it would've-
Gandon would have had vibes.
okay,
It was
because
more of a fake connected. It's not the same.
okay, I
but
thought
Jeff,
there
roll
would
me,
maybe something connected.
since you're...
Initiate.
Well, no, you're not leading here. I think Galandon, I think you're best one to do investigation roll.
Me or Galandon?
Galandon
Me.
with advantage.
Okay.
Bam.
Nice.
Good.
Together,
Hulambu
pick up the
moment.
clues you see, and you're quite certain, given what's the patterns of uses of magic, that the Black Earth cult is lost this fight, and that the Howling Hatred ones have won, which
That makes me
Poses-
terrified.
poses a question: are those two cults in conflict?
Another one.
I mean, that could maybe play in our hands.
Cold.
So far, you have encountered 3 people that were like definitely Howling Hatred cult members. One of them was Amarath, the leader on the Vultures, that talks to Zephyros. One of them is ex-member, Brox, that is the guy with the spade that safeguarded Mao. And the third one was one of the Delman, the Perth Delman, who joined to save his family from orc siege at the ranch. Regardless, you, together with the fact that they have won here and they've been active here for a longer time, the Howling Hatred cult was picking some of the refugees to strengthen their ranks. And when the Black Earth cult came, they fought back.
Oh. So you could say they defended themselves against them?
Given that the old man you talked to, he said that the Black Earth cultists were taking people prisoners and taking them inside, possibly towards the tunnels.
Yes.
Very
So where
useful.
they were fighting over people to recruit, basically.
For more slave labor, yay!
Woo, yeah, baby! Just like me! What?
Well, you know what Black Earth cult is doing with the people. You don't know what Howling Hatred is doing with them.
That's true. They could just be recruiting them.
Any sacrifices?
God. Just
Or
turning
sacrifice.
them into their flying birds. That's all they're doing.
You spend a few minutes taking stock of what's to take, confirming your theories. But yeah, you now know that not all cults are in an alliance. They have rifts among them.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
After some time, you are pretty certain there is nothing left to gather from this battlefield.
I also have a very important thing to tell Rihanna.
Okay.
Well,
Well, and you would be returning, or
well, I would
anything
be,
else?
I guess,
Okay.
but I can also do this kind of off screen if that's okay. It would be just a oh shit moment, kinda. Basically telling her to check people for any weird sigils, cult markings. Could
Alright.
still be people around like that barricaded themselves in. And if those people are found, obviously to be interrogated. And if they turn out to be just normal people, then whatever, but you know what I mean. Oh god.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh god.
Magic
Jeff is still
detect.
projecting. Oh, God.
Hell yeah.
Jeff,
Take-
stop projecting.
Take it, stop projecting, please. Bam.
Wow. I thought he was.
I love how
Wow.
huge it is.
I know.
Detect magic.
My geek.
Magic.
Oh, it's gone.
Okay. Time's up.
Time's up.
Right, my friends. Back at the castle. Inside the walls. Inside the
Yes.
walls. Anything else that comes into your mind that needs to be done now? Because otherwise, what is my goal here is we'll probably end the session. Then between today and next session, I'll ask you on D&D channel what you would like to do over those
Mhm.
few days before the supplies come in, and then we'll skip time.
Yeah, we'll be like restocked and have the stuff that we want.
Mm.
So if we
But
want to
anything
make any
comes to your
potions,
mind.
I noticed, I guess because they're still being repaired, when we were just at the refugee camp that our stuff was broken still, but I
Yeah,
guess
you
it will be
still-
fixed anyway.
It's fixed by tomorrow if you
Yeah,
surrender
yeah.
all of it.
Yes.
And Cottonmouth, your weapon would be upgraded in 3 days, along with armor for Jeff.
Yes.
Yes, and I will also ask, because that wasn't done yet,
Yes.
Mr. Chris, to investigate what my weapon is, my new weapon.
Ah, okay. Well, gladly, Mr. Cottonmouth, and he would identify it, saying, "Oh, well, that is certainly an interesting item. It was, well, you might be expecting this to be an old forgotten artifact, but actually it was, according to what I can sense, quite recently forged. It was made by an elemental being. Anyway, seems to be requiring someone to use it to bring up a momentum and thus accumulate energy after each successful strike, so it can be expanded on multiple with a single swipe.
Was cleaving.
What it does, it's a +1 weapon. +1 to attack, +1 to damage. It's a magical weapon, and after 3 successful attacks, so if you hit anything 3 times, you don't have to do it in a single turn. You don't have to do it in
Yeah, I know the specifics of the weapon. It was just like
Yes.
so my character would know as well.
Yes. So Chris also explains how the boom blade works, but he does, using the identify spell, tell you that it has been recently, not so long time ago, forged.
Okay.
I thought you were gonna say used.
Used
Oh
as well.
god. Yeah, we just found out it was used yesterday.
Oh god.
Which begs the question: who is that elemental being that forged it?
Who cares?
Ooh, stinky.
Is he
Well-
an old?
It's the cultist memes.
Embo has the shield of Patalos.
Yeah, is he even allowed to keep
Talos.
that?
Yeah.
Oh wait,
Well,
question.
you can-
Would he
yes.
also rank up technically now? Well, I'm
Well,
the boss now.
You can decide. Because
You're the
also,
boss now.
I forgot to mention that companions level up.
Can I level up as well? Zulu?
Yes, go ahead.
But how?
Click your character sheet, and at bottom right you have
Bottom, top right.
top right. Top right.
Bottom,
You
top
have
right.
Oh,
bottom
yeah,
top right.
okay.
Yes.
You have a level up. Well, you could keep Embo as a squire. It's you to decide. He can keep that shield. You can order him to keep the shield. Feral instincts, let's go! Advantage on initiative rolls, let's fucking go.
Yes. And also, if I'm not incapacitated, I can attack still. If I'm surprised, if I just rage.
Just raging.
Just rage.
Kid just rages for a while.
Yes.
Cotton's
Can't wait for unlimited rages.
Cotton's getting fucking terrifying. Okay, we could have a scene with you return to castle walls and you have a moment with Embo, who he gives a long glance around, seeing, all right, he also left the walls to find a Gave the Head in good health.
Actually, you know what would be funny?
Yes.
If we gave the stone thing to Gave and he became human. Or like made of flesh.
Or just like a dwarven statue head that's fleshy and his arms are
Yeah.
like not not strong enough to keep him. Oh my god, it's fucking disgusting.
Oh my god. There's the stone now! Me and me!
If you do this, Jeff, I will have to kill you. I'm sorry. This is an abomination against nature.
Oh my
Oh god. But now,
I will have to agree.
Gabe the Head
Yes.
is again vibing in the courtyard.
Oh
Haven't
no.
waited for him. He's all chill. He can lift shit. He can. If there is a ceiling collapsed, he can still stand as a pillar for some time. But coming back to the moment between Embo and Kotaro, with scruffy Embo in his renewed armor. Well, I mean, fucked up armor still. And he looks over the courtyard, approaches Kotaro, and says, "Well, look at you, eh? Not so long, some time ago, you were under everyone's boot, dragging me over here for get reprimanded, eh? Become your squire at this age. I wouldn't say that's fitting, eh?
Well, I would say it worked. I would say you are living proof that, well, you can come back from whatever happens.
Oh, it's kind of true, eh? Yes.
Also, DM, quick
Yes.
intervention. I think at this point at the beginning he was like a total prick, I remember.
Yeah.
But I think he also changed a bit in this whole thing, I guess, to the, like, not being as, well, ruthless anymore, I would say.
Well, Jeff hasn't been fighting with him for a few weeks, so you know.
Well, yes.
Or a few
But
days at least.
I would think that at least.
well,
not
what he-
critically, but just a tiny bit.
Well, he did see. He did see your approach to many things. He didn't mind helping those in need, not getting paid. I remember that quote. And thus he says, well, since now you're in charge, and well, you said I can be an example, eh? I've been walking this earth too long, fighting things bigger than, well, big enough like a giant. I suppose I'll stick around, eh? You being my boss ain't so bad. Especially now.
Worked out until now, I would say.
That's true enough. I'm going to hang around.
I would say once we figure everything more out, we look maybe, well, to give you proper attire, I would say.
Oh, I think I fancy this plate armor good enough, eh?
Yeah, but there's always something even more reliable. And
Right.
we should also at some point get your sword back, I think.
I wouldn't mind having that my sword back. Those blades, this get up good enough for me, eh?
Okay. just thinking of things from the past. But
I like the approach now. I wasn't never really a fan of trying to solve everything with talks.
we're
Rather
still
moderate
gonna
approach.
use talks, but we're also gonna use, well, other measures. Well, you saw how we handle things in the
Sure,
past couple
Kotaro.
weeks.
I saw. Good enough. Much more than I should have, eh?
It's just how the real world is, outside the walls.
I'm glad you finally see that way. Well then. I'm going to look around if anyone needs help.
Yeah, I think that's the best course of action right now. We're gonna be here for a couple days, so
I'll be at the ready. But we need to smack off some fellows.
Don't worry, there will be a lot of smacking to do.
As he walks away. And you see him actually helping someone.
Oh god.
Like picking up their bags, like, come on now.
Character development. Woo!
Woo. Cotmo.
Also, did
As
the
you-
gnome find something? By the way,
Huh?
or didn't we discuss that at all? The gnome.
The gnome.
Oh yeah, he
Yes,
found.
I was about to bring him.
Okay.
The moment you said Cotmo. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I need to. I'm gonna change up some music. Yes, indeed. The stocky red eyes, red beard, or rather mustache. Dimple, his name, approaches. Well, he would approach Cotmo, I'd say, since him and you have best rapport. As he
Apparently.
waddles by, gives a glance at. Well, I would think that Cosmos is petting his dog finally.
Yes.
And he looks up. He has to look up. He says, "Well, that poor sod, old paste. Nothing's gonna get out of him. Work all night, and yeah, not much left of him. That chaplain on whoever that was."
Yeah, imagine there wouldn't be much left of him. But the lady insisted.
Oh, that's true. And I see not much to do with those saw those statues and look kind of lifelike. Suppose you're not doing anything with those.
Don't ask me.
Well, I did because I see that Altaro fellow is kind of a big wig now, so
Yeah,
I usually have problems with big wigs. So anyway, I heard the word. You want to go after those cultists, eh?
apparently that's the plan. Yes.
Hmm. Well then, if you need my assistance, I'm all ears. I've had enough my time with my sponsor, and well, if you need me, I'm not going anywhere. All those dig sites and those dwarven places, I think those can kind of wait.
Yeah, you have good portions. Can be useful.
Okay then. I'm pretty sure you're gonna need me, so I'm gonna hang back now. I think there's some stonework to clear up.
You later.
Mhm. Dimple waddles off. And Pog is taking care of Mampina. Ambo's helping some of the folk. And yeah, there's one more person that approaches Kaltaro, and that would be weakened, but still alive, Earn Stoutblade. Kind of want to ask if anyone wants to join the conversation.
With whom?
Earn Stoutblade, the sword master.
Oh, well,
Is
I mean, I can.
Probably not a bad shout.
you have to?
Well then, hell yeah, let's get everyone in there.
Yeah, everyone. Fucking everyone. Fucking go. Certain Earn Stoutblade. Still sunken skin. His hair, if he had still colored hair, now would be turning gray. But now it's just full white after the resurrection. He approaches Kaltaro and you, all of you guys. He clasps hands with Kaltaro, saying, Well, I'll be damned. That was a terrible night. Almost as bad as the ambush that we survived, or rather did not survive.
Yeah, it was terrible, just on a way bigger scale. We should have known. Or we should have been more careful.
But nobody, well, what do you say, Kaltar? But nobody expects anyone to come from below.
Well,
Anywho.
maybe not from below, but we could have expected them to follow us.
True that, Northman. True that. And
Guess we should have expected that something might go down at this day, maybe, but all of this was a big surprise for it to go this quickly and this.
If we could
aggressively.
have expected it, then we would have been ready.
That's it. Like, we can't expect
That
everything.
easy.
Yeah.
Burns looks all of you and says, "Well, since you're sorted out the Giants issue, then I suppose we have a new goal to take care of. And, well, Sir Deadbolt, since we can't bring him up that fast, I ought to send someone to Order of the Gauntlet to say that he needs assistance, or rather than assistance, well, a miracle. I've heard that it's no longer possible to do that here. So I'll find a messenger, but..." He raised his hand. "My offer still stands, Kotaro. Since you've dealt with giants, now I can help you out with those
Yes, we will.
cultists."
We will most likely will require your assistance if you want to help us.
I think at this rate, a pair of hands can only help us.
He glances over. "Well then. Soon as I get good, probably join you all again and lend you my arm and sword. In the meantime, as he looks over Potmolf, Altaro, well, anyone that is more of a fighter, says, I knew some
Anyone like
tricks. Well, Gundon too. I got an offer for you, and in the meantime, if anyone's willing, I could show you some tricks, techniques. Best at the long swords and great swords, but in my time I dealt with all weapons I can. Some unusual tactics, techniques I could learn you, if you got time. Until, well, we all head out.
Yeah, we have time, I would say, for that.
I would very much love the training.
All right. Well then, I suppose we can start at the evening. Suppose we got a couple of days, unless you want to do something else. I guess it's going to be a good warm up for me as well.
Get back in shape.
True that. And also, there's a whole lot of folk here that are kind of gonna need some training, since many of the knights are gone. And you can whack the training dummy as much as you like, but nothing's better than the trainer. See you at the training grounds, then.
Yes. We will be there.
He gives a muscular handshake with Kotaro, though a bit weaker than usual. And he walks away. Essentially, yeah, you could spend since you have way more time on your hands now, since they consist of 24 hours. So essentially, you can do 3. Yeah, like
Well, 2 long rests and then the sleep, obviously. Or whatever,
Yeah,
I
like-
guess.
1 long rest activity for the long resting, and then you can do something during the day, which would be essentially 2 additional activities.
Yes.
So 3 activities in total for non-elves. And elves, since you get +1 during the long rest, so you get 4 for elf. And you've got how many days? You got
3,
the
right?
remainder of this day, so that's 1, 2, 4. Okay, I'll count it down later on.
What is this for exactly? I didn't hear.
Because during the long rest, you don't have to sleep as much. You can do 2 actions, 2 long
Yes.
rest activities, and during the day, you can do 2.
Mhm.
So you essentially get an extra as an elf, since you don't have to
So- Yeah.
sleep that much.
Because I'm half elf.
You're half
Well,
elf.
you haven't done the
Yeah,
the long rest yet. Yeah.
Half elf. Half elf doesn't get a trance, which is like better
Oh.
sleep.
You are fucking what?
Yeah,
And
I'm half elf.
Yes, you're
Yeah.
an half elf.
Okay.
Didn't you spot his ears, man? Didn't you look at his portrait? Wasn't
Not
something
that
off with that?
deeply.
Okay, so with unless there's anything pressing, I will be ending the session and we will continue on the D&D channel of what's to come.
Yes.
Cool.
Okay.
I'm sorry I was late.
No problem.
It's
fine, man.
okay.
I'm glad you came here.
Emergencies happen. It's okay.
Indeed.
Also,
It could have
we
been any of us.
yes, we might not be playing next week, just as an info. Because either doing the Nürburgring practice or I will doing something with Jules on the Friday. Just so you know.
Do something with me, huh?
Oh.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, but then the problem is I'm away for 2 weeks after that. So
Oh, well.
It's not like it hasn't happened yet.
And in 4 weeks, I'm away to Wales.
Oh!
So
and, and then I'll be there a week, and then we are at Le Mans.
and in July, I'm going away for the first so from the 30th of June until the 17th of July, I'm in Brazil.
The actual
It's
time
okay.
skip is actually happening in real life.
4 days in games, like 2 months. I don't know.
On the other hand, if we need to, I can now do weekdays. If it works for anybody else.
Yeah, I could do a weekday as well.
Depends on the weekday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if it works for everyone else at some point, I can do a weekday.
Okay, listen. We'll arrange everything on D&D channel,
Yes.
beginning with who can play, when to play. Because next time you'll be probably, after some regrouping, heading over to the monastery to assault the place. And we'll see what after that.
And maybe we do the session next week then, I guess.
Maybe.
Would
We'll
be
see.
maybe good.
Okay.
We'll see.
Yes.
I'll prep regardless.
Yes, yes. So you can. I will be there.
Good.
Okay.
Well,
well,
that's
thank you
it for the
today.
25th day.
26th day.
26. Yes, yes.
Is messing up all the time.
Yes.
So in this case, see you next time.
Yeah, see you next time, guys. Have a good one.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Goodbye, everyone in chat. I see you again, most likely soon. So have a good time. And goodbye, goodbye. Let me see if we can maybe rate something or someone. Really? Oh, not really. So goodbye, goodbye. See you.